Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten and I have another Trump-related reading for you today. This is breaking news today, I guess. It's October 24th, Wednesday, and there was an attempt on Obama and Clinton and Brennan and some other prominent Democrats. Someone sent some packages through the mail containing pipe bombs, but they were all managed to be confiscated before they, did any damage. So I wanted to look through the eyes of the culprit and find out what they're thinking right now, and possibly get some clues as to why they're doing what they're doing, and what will be the outcome of all that. So that's how I'm going to do the reading. I'm using the Pictorial Tarot, and I'm using the Sibilla Indovina today. Again, I've never done this before, and so I don't know how accurate this is going to be. This is an experiment to kind of like go into the live mind of someone who's doing this and just see what they're planning. So let's take a look. Before we get started, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Become a Patreon member and support the channel. Help keep the channel going. If you don't want to do monthly pledges, then there is a donate button on the home page. And thank you to everyone who has contributed to and to sponsor my channel. I really appreciate you. So that being said, let's begin. I had several questions for the cards. And I shuffle, and I allow I shuffled with all the cards upright, and I just allow the cards to fall out. I only got a couple reversals today, but that's just my process, and it takes a long time. Some people have questioned, why don't I show the shuffling? Because, shuffling could be an hour, and that's just how I do it. So let's go ahead and get started. The questions that I have for the cards were, who is behind this? And that's here. In these cards here, who's behind the bombings, who sent it, who's really responsible. And I got the Magician card, and I've got my zoom on, so I'm hoping that you guys can still see the cards and not too blurry. I got the Magician card, and I got the Six of Wands. I'm just going to set them down here and then zoom in, okay? So we can add our clarifiers, and I don't have to pick everything up. So let's hope that shows on camera well. So I feel like Magician here is telling me that this is a guru type of individual, right? Who's directly responsible for this? Well, we have a guru type individual, someone who looks like a cult leader. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I'm pretty sure this is Trump, and Trump is directly responsible for this, whether he knows it or not. Although I feel he feels innocent with the High Priestess here of being responsible. He is. His rhetoric is powerful, has a strong, powerful influence over others, and it has made an impact, and they feel as if they're carrying out his directions and his commands. I feel like whoever directly did carry it out with the High Priestess, they want to remain hidden, they want to remain a mystery, and to keep themselves secret, and maybe acting innocent. And so, like I said, so is Trump. They're sharing that energy. And I don't think Trump is going to take any kind of responsibility for this happening. Yeah, they felt like this is what Trump wanted, and they wanted to carry out Trump's desire and bring it into manifestation. That's what this person wanted to do. That's what I think. Okay? Like I said, they want to remain hidden right now with Six of Wands. This always reminds me of a campaign. This looks like the politician who's riding through the town victorious, and he's being cheered on by his rally, his clan, his base. So I feel like this may involve a person or persons within Trump's rally, clan, or base influenced by his rhetoric. and wanting to carry out in secret his demands or commands, they felt powerfully influenced. Right? What is this person thinking right now? And it could be persons as well, because I do have the Two of Cups. I don't know why, as I was shuffling, I only allowed one card to fall out. Like I didn't shuffle anymore after this. Perhaps I should have. What is this person thinking right now? Now that, you know, it's in the news and none of the bombs went off. Nobody was hurt. I'm thinking that this person is maybe congratulating themselves or being congratulated by another. So maybe it was more than one person. There may be some united front or supportiveness that they feel they are showing or receiving. They may be thinking of sharing their deeds with like-minded individuals and telling them about it. Maybe they're going to be telling someone that they were responsible. That's possible. Where are they right now in their environment? I have the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the King of Wands. And, you know, like I said, guys, I've never really done this before. I don't know how accurate this is going to be, if this is just, you know, some bullshit. I'm reading the cards and I'm interpreting them as they come out, and we'll find out if it has any, if it comes to reality. But I feel like, where is this person at in their environment right now? At the time when I lay these cards, they possibly could have been in some place quiet. Maybe they're holed up someplace safe and quiet, or maybe they're in their bedroom. Maybe they're in a church. I mean, the Four of Swords to me is a place of quietness. Could be prayer, place of meditation, or just some place like they're in retreat. They may be hiding in a retreat. They could be distancing themselves from some people that they're involved with as well. Perhaps this person's partner, maybe a significant other, may suspect the actions of their partner because they're being oddly quiet and distancing themselves. Maybe this is a female. Maybe she has been feeling that something, or suspecting with the moon here, that something has been off. That's one scenario that I'm getting from these cards. But let's take a look at what the Sibillas have to say. The Sibillas that I drew in regards to this, I got inconsistency, flatterer, and anger. So inconsistency is telling me that, like the Four of Swords, this person is keeping to themselves. Perhaps they're afraid of getting caught. Maybe they're getting ready or getting prepared to flee, or to fly, or to take flight, or to fight, okay? Actually, yeah, fight or flight. Maybe they're getting prepared to travel. There may be a travel or a trip that they're planning. This person may be feeling like they have nothing to lose. And then the person that they're involved with, I'm sensing, has this energy too, because of the Two of Swords, is someone who's sensing what's in their environment, but they're not sure what's going on. This person may know in their gut that something is wrong. And with the Flatterer and the King of Wands, there's an arousal of interest here. There's an arousal of interest. Sorry, I'm moving the cards around so much. I think they're both standing for the same thing because they clarify each other. So this person's interest is aroused by the other person's actions. And maybe the other person wanted to arouse the interest of the King of Wands, like Trump, you know. Maybe they wanted to arouse Trump's interest. They wanted to get his attention. I don't feel like the the person who sent the packages is quite right in their mind. This could be an illness, a mental illness. There may be an inability or ignorance of facing reality. They don't want to face reality. There could be, unclear thinking here. And then 4 swords can stand for, an illness. And I feel like they wanted to carry out the demands of their king. They wanted to arouse his interest by carrying out his demands. And in their mind, that's what they were doing. But like I said, I don't think their mind was very clear, or is very clear. This person wears blindfolds, and they don't really want to face reality. And the woman, here involved, that I think is here, she may be afraid, angry and afraid. Maybe she's afraid of his anger, of retaliation, or retaliation. It doesn't have to be a woman. It doesn't have to be a man who's guilty. I'm just using that as the framework to tell the story of the cards. It could apply to any other gender, but that's just what I'm going with, okay? So I feel like the person who suspects something could be angry or afraid of the person's anger if they say something or bring it up, but they're suspicious of it. I feel like that's what's going on in their environment. It may be a personal thing, right? So, what was the purpose for them carrying out this action, sending these bombs? What was their purpose that they wanted to fulfill or achieve? And I got the 6 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. So I feel like they wanted to carry out a message for their team of greedy, fat, white, wealthy men to fulfill a dream or a wish. I'm just looking at the cards now and just telling you straight what I'm feeling. Maybe they wanted to carry out a message for Trump, the wealthy man. But I'm also feeling like this might have something to do with Soros as well. Maybe they wanted to carry a message to Soros or to anyone investing in the Democrats, or they felt like something about this border wall, and maybe they felt very strongly or troubled by that. They really wanted to send a message. Maybe they wanted to send that message because they felt incited by that message. Just saying. It's showing itself to me now. I didn't see it before, but I see it now. And they wanted this plan. They wanted to carry this plan out to fulfillment. Okay, in a sense, they did carry it out to fulfillment, even though the plan was immature. When I clarified, I got the Widow card, the Coral card, Party Pastime, which I further clarified with Important Revelation, okay? So I feel like the cards want to be read like this, that the message carried out was unsuccessful. It failed. The Widow fails. And it was 6 packages, right? With the 6 of Swords. It was 6 packages. And the Widow is also kind of saying the same thing up here. The story about someone suspecting something, and because of a change in another individual's demeanor. I'm kind of saying the same thing. but mainly I feel like it's saying that the packages failed to meet to arrive at their destination. And they wanted it to succeed, though. Like I said before, with the Nine of Cups, they wanted it to succeed. And with quarrel here, this person feels like they're in conflict with the opposing party. This is my Republican and Democrat card. They're fighting. They're in battle. This is my Civil War card, you know, in internal battles. And so they feel like they're in conflict with the opposition. And they wanted to fight, like maybe a patriot would. Maybe that was their thinking. It was immature thinking. Or undeveloped thinking. And I feel like they're happy with excessive pride, boastfulness, about what they've accomplished. They just may be disappointed. Say this is happiness too, and just self-serving happiness, enjoying yourself very much. So it's just clarifying that card. I just think maybe they're disappointed that they failed. They wanted to get this guy. I think they really wanted to get Soros. Is that how you pronounce his name? I hope so. But with important revelation here, as another message, I'm feeling like this is saying that, you know, we will find who was responsible. Maybe due to a tip. Maybe someone will give a tip. The card says that we will become aware of the truth. I mean, it may be from someone who's personal to them, who knows them very well, or who they've shared intimate secrets with, or who is a partner, you know, a relationship partner, something like that. So that's a possibility. So now I wanted to know, what are they planning next? Let me just move the cards up a little bit. What are they planning next? Are they planning to target more victims? And I have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun, and they're all upright. So that's a definite yes. The Sun is a yes, and so is the Three of Wands, in my opinion. I feel like they've already launched something. They've already sent some plans out, or sent maybe out 3 or more packages. This may be going through the air or in transit as we speak. Or, yeah. With the Sun, this may successfully reach its destination this time, as the Sun is a card of success. But the Sun is a positive card, so I'm a little uncertain here. Why the Sun would be a positive card for an impact of like a bomb or something. I wouldn't think the Sun would be the card that would come out. So I drew some clarifiers, and I got a lot of money and infantilism and contrariety, displeasure. I just love the name of this card. Contrariety, displeasure. And I further clarified that with the delay card reversed. Okay, so a lot of money, basically, along with the Three of Wands, is just this. It's clarifying the card. It's the realization of a project, realization of a goal or a dream. Something that you envisioned is going to come true. So it's a successful result, right? So this person is aiming for a successful result. I do feel like they're going to try again. I feel like this has been launched. It may be in the air. And see, we saw something here about a conveyance Conveyance. It could just be that it's in transit, you know, through the air. That it's on it, that it's in the mail now, you know, that it's in transit now. But I do want to say it could be coming through the mail or in the air, or it's in transit somehow. Now, infantilism, the meaning of one of the meanings of this card is having an unfavorable charter. And there's a few definitions for charter, but one of the definitions for charter is to travel or to journey. It's an unfavorable journey. It's on an unfavorable journey. And it will result in unfavorable results for someone and successful for another. So it's sounding like this might actually be successful. But again, the Sun card is a positive card, so that's throwing me off. I feel like it may end up being delivered to someone who's well known, someone who's very wealthy. We have the Nine of Cups above it here with the Sun. The Sun could be a celebrity card, someone very well known, very prosperous, like a celebrity or anyone famous. But this is a sad card next to a happy card. Like, you can't get happier than the Sun, which is what's confusing me. So this card says that there's an unfortunate incident waiting to happen, but there's a discovery. She discovers, the little girl in the card, she discovers the dead dog. Unfortunately, this is going to cause her to have to deal with some bad news that she doesn't want to have to deal with, that maybe she wasn't prepared for, that was unexpected and too soon. This could go either way, guys. This could actually be something that has impact and causes an actual damage or harm to someone. Or this could be found out beforehand. It could be discovered while it's in transit or before it reaches its destination, and the Sun could be providing clarity to that. Or it could be that someone receives bad news and, you know, the plan was successful. So I'm not sure which way to read it. So I'll just give you both scenarios. Okay, we'll see how it unfolds. Hopefully none of it unfolds. Hopefully none of this unfolds. Again, this is just an experiment for me. This is what this person is planning. So that's not necessarily what will happen. This is just what they're planning, okay? And they're planning this. Okay, so that makes sense. That may be why they may want to kill someone. To surprise, unexpected, and they want to get a successful result. Okay, now if this is carried out, I don't really like to read hypotheticals because I think this is hypothetically, okay? If this should get carried out, I feel like it might be directed towards a female. It doesn't have to be, but with contrariety, displeasure. This is a female who's very upset. There's a female here who's very upset about the news that she's receiving, okay? And she's got something to say about it. She's really upset. She needs to prepare. Someone's getting her prepared to hear some bad news as well. So, if this is carried out, it may be directed towards a female. Now, again, either scenario could be the outcome, because what I have here as a further clarifier is the delay card. The delay card reverse is read the same as when it's upright, except it's shorter period of delay. So what this is saying is that it could be that what was sent is sent back or halted or blocked, right? It's in midair, it's stopped, it's blocked. Maybe that's because it's discovered. There's clarity in time. However, you know, the person still needs to be made aware what was directed at them, what was coming towards them. So maybe that's how that will play out. This could also be depicting an evacuation of a place, or the people involved. There may have to be evacuated when it's discovered that something is in the mail. Okay, so I feel like that may play out. But this is a card that says that damage is done. There's some kind of damage done, even though there's some kind of a successful outcome. Maybe it's delayed, but there may be some kind of damage done. That's the best I can do with these cards in terms of interpreting them, guys. All right, so what will be the outcome of this perpetrator or perpetrators? What will be the outcome? Let me just adjust my board again. We have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Empress reverse. So real quick, you know, just looking at the Four of Cups, I mean, this is a dissatisfying outcome for this perpetrator. They will not be happy. There could be a standoff or a fight, standing in their beliefs, but maybe fending off an attack, defending themselves in some way, feeling attacked. And then for me, the Empress card, upright, she can mean birth and life. In reverse, she can mean death. She can also just mean you're able to create and develop and get what you want. And here you're prevented from creating or developing and you're not able to get what you want. So you're blocked, you're stopped, right? So that could be it too. I don't want to go to too many extremes, but I'll just give you, you know, the possibilities are in the cards. So that's just what I see just looking at the tarot. But when I clarify with Sibilla and Divina, I have the Sweet card. I have the Two of Hearts, which is the Casa card if it were Sibilla, La Vera Sibilla, which would be the White House. You see, it's like a White House. So that can stand for the actual White House, okay? Or anybody's home, local area. It could also stand for me, anything that the house in Sibilla stands for, you know, government institution or something like that. Law institution, body of law. Here we've got the Bully card, the Pensioner. This is my one of my trump cards. Could also just be a wealthy man, someone who's not very nice and very stingy. And then we have the ladro, or the thief, or the culprit, the criminal. And sospiri, a missed opportunity or misdirection. Okay. So when I clarify with these cards as an outcome to this perpetrator, I feel like maybe the cards are saying, because I'm clarifying these cards here, that there's a dissatisfying end. Maybe this will be good news. For some. A dissatisfying end for him, but a good news for everybody else. With the Seven of Wands, I'm feeling like we're kind of shifting right now. I feel like I'm kind of talking about Trump right now because of these cards here that clarify the Seven of Wands. They fell out together. So as one of the culprits, even though he will not claim that he is or not take any responsibility for his rhetoric that has caused this, Trump himself will still stand in his beliefs, and he will be defending himself and defending his actions, right? And with the Empress here reversed, I feel like he will fail to grow. He will fail to mature. He will fail to learn this lesson and change. He's not going to change. He's going to continue talking the way he's talking and inciting what he's inciting. I feel like that's an outcome for one of the perpetrators who doesn't believe he's a perpetrator. Okay, and now the outcome for someone who actually did carry out the deed, they may be fighting off an attack, right? Maybe this will be in a local area near their home. I feel like they're standing in their beliefs. They're standing up for this administration. They're standing up for Trump. That's what they believe in. I feel like that's why they're fighting. That's why they're defending themselves, why they're not going to go down without a fight. There might be a standoff with the actual person who carried out this deed or one of the people. Now, like I said, the Empress can mean death to me, but I'm not sure that she's meaning that in this context. There's a possibility, because if it's there, it's a possibility. But I'm feeling like she's mainly saying that, let me just show it to you upright, because it's even I'm like, what is that? Again, like I said, I feel like she's here to say that Trump will fail to change his rhetoric, fail to develop and grow from these new developments. But I think that the other person, the person who actually carried out the deed, perhaps they'll be blocked or arrested, but they're not able to create or manifest anymore. They're not able to do what they're doing anymore, okay? That's stopped. So I'm feeling that the cards are being kind of ambiguous in their answer. So I'm not quite sure exactly how it's going to go down. But I do feel like with these two cards, the cards are saying the real perpetrator gets away with it. And the person who is guilty, they may, now, like I said, have persecution mania. That's the same, it's shared energy, obviously. They don't have mental clarity, and so that's why they were incited. They were misdirected. They were misdirected in their cause. So that's my reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too tedious. But I wanted to get it out. Let's see how it unfolds. Again, I've never done this before, and I kind of wanted to go deeper into their thoughts, but I didn't really feel like I did do that. But you tell me what you think about the reading in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and Patreon, and we'll see you next time. Blessings.